It's joke, no joke, no joke. You'll never find another show like mine. One who loves you the way I do. Oh, I'm not bragging on myself here, baby. But there's no one else. There's no one else but you. No joke. Choke, no joke in the building, you already know. Truth be told, all day, every day, even on the holiday, even on your birthday. Shout out to all the Pisces in the building. I know it's something fishy about you. Shout out to all the Pisces in here. How y'all doing? Choke, no joke. You already know. Tonight, we're going to be talking about my man, Joey Jump Off. We got some questions for Joey Jump Off. We're going to get back into the Death Row, the Dirty Compton Pig. I got some thoughts I want to share with y'all about the Keefe D trial being pushed back to next year. Shout out to whoever just donated to me, which would be DJ Darnell. Good looking. Much love. Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum salam. What up? Abdul in the building. Choke, no joke, man. Oh, we lit tonight, baby. Oh, we got to talk about my man Mophead. Mophead, he showed up to Irv Gotti funeral. You know, I heard people was complaining and stuff because they couldn't see the casket because his nigga wig was so goddamn big. That and more tonight with the legendary Choke, no joke. You know what it is.
Choke, no joke. Yeah. It's choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Chicken choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Niggas choke, no joke. Choke, no
Jack
joke.
Brown. You know what it is. Keep boy. You know what it is. Never did I think hip hop go this far. Never did I think I see Diddy behind bars or kills. Penitentiary scars. The man act. Is it going too far back? Y'all industry rats. Y'all whack. That's 100 or Peru. You'll be trapped like Pac. The go viral. Gene saw the nuts of Ja Rule. At the freak off and Diddy too. But plug shopper, free door stopper. Nigga, you don't know if you a criminal or a cop. But you next to be locked. Ask Keefe D. Telling on yourself on Vlad TV. You dumb nigga, right? You never be me. And I never be you too. Telling on YouTube. Sitting on the step. Giving up myself. What the fuck I look like? My name G-Dap. Comb legacy doom. Will the bad boy see time like loan? Your extortion fell through. You friended no one like the moon. What did you do? Sat back and watched him get groomed. Only badge in the room. You and wifey drunk the juice. Saw the check for Pac's life. And his back right. Guess it's bad boy for life. Or should I say same gang? You the same lane. That Diddy let hang. And now he chain gang. Damn, you rocked him, fella. Didn't you? For the mozzarella. Did it for Wolf and his mother. D-Ferg and Kurt Burrow. Cause your ass ain't thorough. And you ain't from the boroughs. Joke, no joke. You know what it is. This one's for the whole earth. You know, when they get disrespectful, I just go to the booth and kick the truth to the young black youth. Joke, no joke. You know what it is. Keep on hating. You know what it is.
'Cause I didn't wanna get down. Niggas talking about God there. What God? What God are you talking about? Say his name.
This nigga went Eric Benet. Now the baddest girl won't show her face. You know your ass in the way when she show up to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And you ain't even say her name. Lame, you better say Dame. In the streets, we call you roadblock. Nigga, you shot. Nigga, you block rocks. Like when Chris was about to pop. Like MJ moonwalking like Spock. You abuse your power fast. You killed the thought that's black.
Jay told me in no certain terms that, you know, no rapper can really afford to look bad in front of him. So it's almost like we gotta blackball him.
Shout out to Jay-Z for seeing the big picture here.
Yeah, and it was a hard pill to swallow.
Tariq, you kill the weeds, not the seeds that grow the trees. And as long as you alive, Dame should have a milli. Fuck you mean bleed. Nigga, don't get me started. You know I'm retarded and lion-hearted. You flipped on your peeps for those peoples in them white sheets. Like you pro-black. We pass kneeling, how you shit on cap.
Did you kneel to what you stand?
What?
Did you kneel to what you stand?
Okay. I think we passed kneeling.
Nigga, you got the check. The pros went back, and that's no cap. Leaving cap with no salary cap. Your son said you his dad, and you never threw him a pass. Watching his siblings in the stands, say lips, say no, say hands. You say the kid is not your son, they call you Hov, it must be immaculate conception. Immaculate conception. What? Choke, no joke. 2023. It's all me. You hear me? Choked it. Choked it. You already know what it is. Let's go. Yo, Kanye, you better stop playing with Jesus Christ too. You get it next. Don't think we forgot about the devil in the red dress. You'll get dressed next. Yeah, I already smoked you once in quad. You'll get it too.
Choke, no joke. You know what it is. We in the building. You know what it is. Deliver us from Eva's in the building. You know what it is. Kareem Smiggity. You know what it is. Talisa Renee. You know what it is. Tasha Rain. You know what it is. Malik Smiggity. You know what it is. All right. Meek in here. Hating like a mother effer. Too bad. All right. The Count of Saint Germain in here. Michelle Frizzy in here. CC Crippen in here. Talisa Renee, Fatima B. You know who they be. The moderator hit squad membership gang. JD in the building. High Life 90 here. Dipset. Forever's in here. Z Bezos in the building. All right. Linda Jones is here. Delilah's here. Edward's here. Membership gang, you already know. Rob C's here. You know what it is. Choke no joke. How y'all doing out there, man? Happy birthday, Indy Claire. Happy birthday, Indy Claire. Happy birthday, Indy Claire. Happy birthday, Indy Claire. Happy birthday. It's the best I can do for you. All right. Happy birthday to you. Much blessings. Took another lap around the earth. You know what I mean? Get a little older, you learn a little more. Thank God for the wisdom. You know what I mean? Don't feel bad about getting old. If you don't get old, that means you're gonna be gone before your time. They say only the good die young. You don't want to die young. All right, let's I'm gonna go live on Instagram first, then TikTok second. You know the routine. You know the drama Biggie bring. What up, Instagram? I'm live on YouTube. Hold on, y'all, 1 second. All right, cool. Abdul, you've been a member. You must be remembering. Welcome back, brother. All right. Choke no joke. I'm live on YouTube, Instagram. All right. If you ain't know, now you know. And you might want to tell somebody. You might want to share somebody with this one. So tonight we're going to get into a few things, right? First and foremost, thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all, you know, staying consistent, coming through, building with your boy. A lot of y'all, I see your names in the chat and you're very familiar. I feel like the family came over. You know what I mean? So this ain't that cold, baby. Where do I want to begin? I'll save Joe Budden in a minute. I want to start off with saying the rest in peace to Irv Gotti. Yesterday, you know, Irv Gotti had his services. So first and foremost, let's give a moment of silence to Irv. All right. All right. So shout out Chris Gotti and the whole Gotti family, Lorenzo family, Murder Inc., everybody. I started to go to the funeral, and but initially it was on a Tuesday, and then they moved it to a Wednesday. So when they moved it, I was like skeptical. I didn't want to, you know, book a flight again and it could change. So I'm mad I didn't go, but I definitely planned on being there. And I guess y'all heard the big hype around the funeral. G Money, what up? 1175 in the building. The big thing, hype around the funeral was, of course, Jigga Man. He showed up there to the funeral. I would expect him to show up to Irv's funeral. You know, even though it's kind of weird seeing Satan in the church. And everybody's like, come on now, get this over with. See smoke just coming up out that nigga collar. But you know Jay was gonna come and make sure all the crying and the commotion wasn't a fake. You know what I'm saying? Now I really did expect him to be there. He'd have really been a sucker if he didn't show it up. But now I'm even more mad I didn't go, because I would love to be sitting there in the building, and you know I would approach him. You know damn well I would approach him. I'm like, is that hair real? Pull that wig off like, Shaggy! I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling joke, no joke. And stuff. But yeah, I would have hate to have been the person at the funeral sitting behind Jay with that big ass concoction on the top of his head. Nigga like sitting behind Jay at the funeral like this. Trying to look beyond the wig. You know what I'm saying? I'd have sat right behind that nigga and just be like, "Ooh!" Sat that shit down. Nigga jumped up and ran out of it. Sat right behind that nigga like, "Ooh!" Oh God. But yeah, man. We gotta send Irv off with a little humor, just with a little humor. You know what I mean? But can't believe Irv gone, man. That's like that really, you know how you people when people say yo it hit home, like Irv, that hit home for like hip hop home. Like he is definitely in our era hip hop a brick in that building of hip hop. he's definitely a brick. You know what I'm saying? Without question. You know, he's connected to too many hit records with Ja Rule just alone. So yeah, man, Irv gonna be missed. You know, his rawness and uh somewhat not political ways. You know, sometimes he played the game, sometimes he didn't. Sometimes he didn't, and people got mad at him, like when he told the truth about DMX dying. You know, but yeah, man, it's good to see that, you know, people did come out for him. You know, the usual suspects was there, of course. Jay, Ja, I see Chris Gotti there, I see Black Child there. Was there. I wasn't there to see them there. Vita. They said Charlie Baltimore was there. What you call it? Shanti was there. I think it was maybe TMZ. Oh yeah, here it goes. They said Ja Rule, Shanti, Lloyd, Charlie Baltimore, and Vita were present, as well as Jay-Z, Fat Joe, Steve Stout, Hype Williams, Benny Boone, Angie Martinez, the Rough Riders, and more. The 90s crew. So, yeah, that's everybody that, you know the hip hop notables that they mentioned at that was there. But I'm gonna change the mood because I don't want to be in a somber mood thinking about Irv. But rest in peace, Irv. You will be celebrated. You know what I mean? It's not like you died and you didn't make it as major news. You was respected, brother. You was respected. They said your name. They said your name. They probably even have your name on the Grammys this year or next year. I didn't hear about Leo or Kevin Lyles or any of them being there. Somebody said did 50 go. Come on, man. Stop being silly, bro. All right, let's get into the next topic. I'm going to get into the Joe Budden, then I want to get into the Tupac case after that, because I think I have they said that they have some witnesses that could prove that allegedly Reggie Wright Jr. had orchestrated the hit on Tupac. And the defense is saying, the investigators are saying that in the Tupac case. I have a couple of people in mind that I believe are going to be the witnesses, and I'm gonna run those people right after this Joe Budden thing. But let me get to this Joe Budden thing real quick. First of all, this dude, I don't know what happened with 50 and Joe Budden. When 50 been trolling Joe Budden like crazy lately. Showing him naked walking around, in his underwear in the streets. I don't know. This nigga, 50 is a cold piece of work, bro. This nigga. This nigga. Wait a minute, man. Hold on. Y'all gotta see this, man. Hold on. Y'all gotta see this. Y'all might need a laugh. Yo, 50 is a cold piece of work, bro. He got Joe, where the F are you going? The Diamond Club is in the Bronx. You shot the F out, boy. Yo, I just can't with 50, man. Somebody need to take 50 phone, bro. Somebody really need to take 50 phone. Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to find this thing. Damn. Hold on, Instagram. I'm gonna have to put y'all on hold for a second. Hold on 1 second. Damn, where the hell is it, man? Oh, I know where it's at. Hold on. My bad, y'all. I should have had this pulled up already. Oh, here we go. Okay. Trust me, it's going to be worth the wait. Because you're going to get a good laugh out of this, boy. Okay. All right, here we go. Wait. Yeah, I'm using this and as well as that other picture under fair use. Copyright disclaimer under section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, common news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair uses are used permitted by the copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips to balance in favor of fair use. And I am using this content under fair use to comment on, criticize, as well as teach. And it's a little somewhat research, hip hop history in here, right? So and then we got the legal stuff out of the way. So let me prep y'all for this. Now, Diddy is locked up right now for one woman, and they calling it sex trafficking, right? The main thing in Diddy case is these freak offs, right? Which allegedly these freak offs, and our description, that the description that they given us of this freak off, or what is the main thing in Diddy's case is when Cassie would have these freak offs with Diddy, or what they would call freak offs, which was threesomes, right? Where Cassie would allegedly, have sex with sex workers or anything, and actually sex workers, I don't think is illegal. It depending on, what state they're in, and getting escort services and stuff like that, because some of that is legal, right? But anyway, the thing was how Diddy would hire these people to have sex with their his girlfriend, which was Cassidy, while he sat there and masturbated, right? Now, I think we all clear on that, right? I think we all know about the Cassie supposed to be having sex with these different men or men, women, I don't know, whatever, right, at the time. And Diddy would masturbate while watching, and that was his thing, allegedly, right? I want y'all to listen to this with that in mind, and then let's double back and have this conversation again, right? Tell me, is this not the same thing, right? Now, well, you know what? I'll wait until after. All right, check this out.
We only use this. He uses it to jerk off. Me and two bitches play and do whatever we're doing while he watches us and does his thing. That's what he uses it for. Or this is where the trauma comes in. In the past,
okay,
Joe has taken his travel lube with him to get dances and jerk off with other women on his own behind my back. So now I find the lube in the trunk, in the money bag, which normally these bitches are strippers or bartenders, so that's the thing. Why the fuck is the lube in the trunk when I put it away and I have not been here for a month and a half? You wasn't getting no dances with me.
2 + 2 is 4.
So again, you don't again. We only use this. He uses it to jerk off. Me and two bitches play and do whatever we're doing while he watches us and does his thing. That's what he uses it for. Or this is where the trauma comes in. In the past,
okay,
Joe has taken his travel lube with him to get dances and jerk off with other women on his own behind my back. So now I find the lube in the trunk, in the money bag, which normally these bitches are strippers or bartenders, so that's the thing. Why the fuck is the lube in the trunk when I put it away and I have not been here for a month and a half? You wasn't getting no dances with me.
2 + 2 is 4.
So again, you don't again. I'm talking. We only use this. He uses it to jerk off. Me and two bitches play and do whatever we're doing while he watches us and does his thing. That's what he.
Look at his face, bro. Look at his face, bro. Instagram, I know y'all can't see this, but you can go to my story and hit the link in my story and you can see this. Oh God. All right. Now let's get back to Diddy for a second, right? Yo. Oh God. Wait. Let me catch my breath. Right. How is this any different from what Diddy did? He's in jail for it. How is this any different? Because she's sleeping with another woman? All right. Now, some of y'all will say, well, he didn't drug her. Well, who's to say that they wasn't smoking weed together? Who say they wasn't, they couldn't may have allegedly took a Molly or X one night together? Who's to say they wasn't drinking liquor together, allegedly, right? But we do know for a fact that, like Diddy, Joe likes to see his spouse with someone else, and he likes to be his wee-wee, and he has a special lube. She just said his special lube. We don't know what his special lube could be. It could be baby oil. We don't know what the special lube is, but we know it ain't regular. Like he got some type of concoction that he got some special. I don't know if he crammed some Crisco oil into a bottle or something. Like I don't know why she said like he got like this special lube. That nigga must got some of that lube that you rub and that shit make your skin warm. Like and they got the aloe vera cocoa butter. Woo. God, that nigga Joe, what he got, man? She said he got the special lube. That nigga got like bologna meat with mayonnaise in the middle. Like, what special lube do Joe got? Yo, Joe, we need to know. No, pause. We don't need to know. We don't need to know.
We only use this. He uses it to jerk off. Me and two bitches play and do whatever we're doing while he watches us and does his thing. That's what he uses it for. Or this is where the trauma comes in. In the past,
okay,
Joe has taken his travel lube with him to get dances and jerk off with other women.
Look at his face. Yo, look at his face. I can't. Yo, look at his face. I never see him look like this on his show, yo. I never seen him look like this on Love and Hip Hop, bro. Yo, look at his face. Yo. Now watch, in the future, this lady, she could turn around just like Cassie and say she was the victim. Watch. She gonna be, because she just said right here, the traumatizing part about it, she's gonna be a victim in a minute. Watch.
We only use this. He uses it to jerk off. Me and two bitches play and do whatever we're doing while he watches us and does his thing. That's what he uses it for. Or this is where the trauma comes in. In the past,
okay,
Joe has taken his travel lube with him to get dances and jerk off with other women on his own behind my back. So now I find the lube in the trunk, in the money bag, which normally these bitches are strippers or bartenders, so that's the thing. Why the fuck is the lube in the trunk when I put it away and I have not been here for a month and a half? You wasn't getting no dances with me.
If 2 + 2 was 4.
So again.
So why the F is the lube in the bag? Why is the F, Joe, why is the F the lube in the trunk? That nigga Joe was transported. That nigga Joe was transporting lube from state to state. That nigga crossed some Jersey state lines, went in New York with that little baby. Damn, that nigga cheating on his girl with the lube. His girl is jealous of the lube. Damn, baby. He can't rub one out. Like, you jealous that is going in the napkin and ain't not on you, allegedly? Like, what's going on there, sister? Is he cheating on you with the lube? She like she said it like this nigga got a whole woman in the trunk. Like, I go in the trunk, he got a whole bitch in the trunk. Yo, bitch, what you doing there? The lube come out. Who you think you talking to? You ain't gonna be talking to you. Talk to him, girlfriend. Who you think you talk? You better get out of my face. Girl, I'm slick. Don't play with me. I am slick, girlfriend. I am slicker than all you. You better ask Joe about me. Crisco ain't got nothing on me, baby. He loves me, baby. He loves me. Joe, go, wait a minute. His girl go, get that hand out my face. Wait a minute. If you don't get that jerky head out my face, nigga Joe head dripping with oil and shit. Wait a minute. Yo. Yo, that's a new one. Nigga girl mad at him because he cheating on her with lubricant. She's like, what is that doing in the trunk? What is that doing in the trunk, Joe? Oh, Joe. Joe, thank you for the laugh, Joe. We needed it, Joe. Oh, Lord have mercy, brother. That nigga girl is mad. He cheating with some lubricant. Like, what you doing looking in the trunk anyway? Stay out the trunk. You won't find, don't go looking for dirt. You won't go looking for dirt, you get hurt.
We only use this. He uses it to jerk off. Me and two bitches play and do whatever we doing while he watches us and does his thing. That's what he uses it for. Or this is where the trauma comes in. In the past,
okay,
Joe has taken his travel lube with him to get dances and jerk off with other women on his.
I can't blow it up no bigger, but I want y'all just to look. Don't look at nothing else. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. I can't even talk. I can't even talk. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Oh, God. Hey, yo. All I would, don't look at nothing else. Don't look at the girl. Don't look at the girl. Just look at Joe Budden's face, bro. Look at Joe Budden. Look at Joe. Look at Joe Budden's face. Don't look at nothing else with Joe Budden's face. Instagram, if you just tuned in, go to my story. I'm live on YouTube. for you to get the visual. You can hear it, but it's better when you see it. Please come look at Joe Budden's face. Please, man. Just come, go to my stories, click the link in where it says I'm live. So y'all can see Joe Budden's face. Y'all got, just look at Joe Budden's face and nothing else, bro. Oh my God, bro. Yo. And the thing that scares me is that the girl says the most traumatizing thing. Like, she's traumatized. Like, but please don't focus on the girl right now. Just focus on Joe Budden's face. That nigga looks like, you know how you in the cartoons, he like, they do some dumb stuff and their face turn to a donkey. Just look at Joe's face, bro. Oh, he feels so stupid bringing this girl on here.
What he watches us and does his thing. That's what he uses it for. Or this is mean. We only use this. He uses it to jerk off. Me and two bitches play and do whatever we're doing while he watches us and does his thing. That's what he uses it for. Or this is where the trauma comes in. In the past,
okay,
Joe has taken his travel lube with him to get dances and jerk off with other women on his own behind my back. So now I find the lube in the trunk, in the money bag, which normally these bitches are strippers or bartenders, so that's the thing. Why the fuck is the lube in the trunk when I put it away and I have not been here for a month and a half? You wasn't getting no dances with me.
2 + 2 = 4.
So again. You know again.
Boy. I haven't had a laugh like that in so long, boy. I needed it. Oh, thank you, Joe. Laughter cleans the soul, brother. You just gave me an oil change. Thank you very much. Yo, man. Is Joe the new Diddy? So now getting back to the question. Can that girl double back and say that? Well, she did say she was traumatized in front of people. But can she come back later and say she was a victim? That Joe had her sleeping with other women while he beat his meat, while he choked his chicken, while he cheated on his girl with the lube. Can she come back and say she a victim later? Isn't he doing what Diddy was doing? Only difference is just girl on girl. It don't matter. Sex is sex, right? You being intimate with somebody else, you swapping saliva, and you slurping coochie juice. It's even more intimate, goddamn, with another woman, because they licking each other's juices. You know, with a man, at least he got make him wear a condom, right? With women, there ain't no condom. I think they do got something for women that there's some type of contraceptive for oral sex, but I doubt you see that. She like, whoosh, wait, hold on, baby. Pull out the wax paper or whatever it is. But bottom line is this. The thing that everybody is criticizing Diddy for, and I don't know if Joe may have said anything about it, about, Cassie sleeping with sex workers while Diddy masturbated allegedly. But that don't, just because it's girl on girl don't make it no different at all. You know what I'm saying? That your spouse is still being intimate with a third party. So is it the same thing or not? Because this lady turned around and say, "Oh, I was a victim," and sued Joe, and then they say it's sex trafficking because it's just Cassie, just like it would be just Joe's girlfriend. So because they say they went to the strip club in New York and from Jersey, and him and his girl slept with or his girl slept with a stripper and he beat his meat. Is that sex trafficking too? If him and his girl went to Miami and he flew on the plane, he paid for her ticket, they went to Miami and they played with some strippers, or they went out of the country and played with some strippers, and he brought his travel lube like Diddy got baby oil. Is it the same thing? Does this make Joe a monster? Which I need to see Joe kick his girl in the hallway for him to be in the same category. What is it? It's commercial sex, Queenie. Y'all said she gave consent. What make you think Cassie didn't give consent? Because you seen her get kicked in the hallway. You don't think that Cassie had similar stories like this girl before any of this? Now, when you hear the Cassie story, it sounds like Diddy forced her to do it, or he waved his career over her head for her to do it. But when you see this woman say and tell about it with Joe, if she turns up and pops up and say, "Oh, I'm a victim, this, that, and the other, and he had me sleeping with women while he beat his meat," then y'all gonna say he forced her. Yeah, then y'all gonna look at her like a victim, like Cassie. But when she's sitting there telling you that she did it consensually, what make you think Cassie wasn't doing it consensually? Just think about it. It's no different than what Diddy was doing, what Joe was doing. Only thing she's saying that it was another chick. Joe probably ain't strong enough to tolerate seeing another man pipe his woman down. He probably can't tolerate that, but he might get attracted to seeing another woman pipe her down. It's interesting. But all right, that's enough for Joey jump off. You know what I'm saying? Now we know why Joe liked to pump it up. pump it up. Yo, y'all gotta y'all on the Joe Budden podcast, y'all gotta ask Joe what's the special lube. I would love for them to say, "Oh, it's baby oil. Oh, he going to jail. You got baby oil too. You going to jail, Joe." Joe got the special lube. This girl said he got the special lube. What is the special lube? All right, now check it, man. I'm gonna move on from that. I got a wonderful laugh. That girl was funny, man. She was animated about it too. You see the white people just sitting there like, "Oh, that's it? That's nothing. Tell them about us, Jack." Oh, God. It's fucking cold now. Hold on a second, y'all. All right, I'm back. Damn, there's some impatient ass people out here. Y'all can't wait a second? Jesus. You know what I mean? But so let's get to the Tupac situation, right? So unless you've been under a rock, show you my Instagram back. Where I need it. All right. So unless you've been under a rock, and you're not following the Tupac trial, the dude Dwayne Davis, aka Keefy D, aka the Compton legend, Compton Street legend, has went to court and put in a motion to get the trial pushed back because his investigator got new evidence for the defense that allegedly Reggie Wright Jr. orchestrated the hit on Tupac and Shook. So and then they also saying in that motion that the investigator has witnesses that could corroborate this, that Reggie allegedly has something to do with it. Now, a lot of people has been wondering, especially Reggie, who these witnesses may be. Now, there's some a lot of people in this case have passed away. There are people that are still alive that could testify to this. And I don't think that Reggie's expecting a lot of these people that I'm expecting to be involved. And if you've been following the case as long as I have, there's one guy by the name of Kevin Hackey. Kevin Hackey was an undercover cop that was working for the FBI, undercover investigating Death Row Records, right? Kevin Hackey worked close with Reggie. Kevin Hackey is still alive. Kevin Hackey has always, as far as I know, as I've seen with my eyes and documentaries, news clips, everything, has blamed Reggie Wright Jr. for one or the other, Tupac, Biggie, or maybe even both. He's even as far as to say he would bet money on it, that he could prove it, and even challenge Reggie to a polygraph test, that he was so confident that Reggie has something to do with these murders, allegedly, right? Trying to think what's a good. There's a few clips of Hackey talking about it. Let me see something. Kevin Hackey was on the news. We still under fair use here, all right? Now, this is the guy that I believe is going to show up in the Tupac trial that Reggie's not thinking about, right? Watch.
A new documentary is asking an old question. Who killed rapper Tupac Shakur? And now a former Compton officer is offering a $100,000 challenge to the man he's convinced was behind the murder. Chris Blatchford has the latest developments.
This scene has haunted Las Vegas investigators for 11 years. And detectives there are now planning a fresh trip to Los Angeles, seeking information leading to the gunman who shot up this BMW and killed rap star Tupac Shakur.
It wasn't a random shooting.
Former Tupac bodyguard Frank Alexander. In this new documentary released in October, recounts 24 bodyguards that night were told not to carry weapons. He now believes this fight involving Tupac and a rival Crip gang member at the MGM Hotel was staged so the rival could later be blamed for Tupac's murder. A setup, he charges, orchestrated by Death Row Records CEO Marion Suge Knight and Reggie Wright Jr., the record company's security chief.
It could not have happened in the way that it did without them having knowledge of it.
But Suge says, why would he order Tupac shot knowing he'd be sitting right next to him in the BMW? He says he had nothing to do with Tupac's murder.
God knows the truth. And when it comes down to it, it's not one person in the world with any sense to know I have anything to do with getting Tupac shot.
And Reggie Wright gave an interview to allhiphop.com saying the documentary is filled with outright lies. But Kevin Hackett, another former Tupac bodyguard, is challenging Reggie Wright Jr.'s truthfulness.
I'm offering Reggie right now $100K to take a polygraph. That he had no involvement whatsoever to do with Tupac's killing.
Hackett, according to these court filings, worked for 2 years as an undercover agent for the FBI and ATF, helping the feds.
To investigate Marion Knight and Death Row Records for racketeering violations.
And Hackett, a former Compton School District police officer who worked off-duty hours as a Tupac bodyguard, now reveals to Fox 11 News an interesting series of events. He says, here at the House of Blues in 1996, an off-duty Santa Monica cop working security confiscated a .40 caliber Glock handgun similar to this from a member of Tupac Shakur's entourage.
About 2 weeks after that, I was contacted by Reggie to go over to Santa Monica Police Department to pick up this firearm.
Hackett says he first showed the handgun to his FBI handlers and then turned it over to Reggie Wright Jr. A month later in Las Vegas, investigators say it was a .40 Glock handgun that killed Tupac Shakur. Hackett believes the murder weapon was the same gun he gave Reggie Wright Jr.
I believe it is.
And here's why. Hackett says he asked Wright about the .40 Glock.
He stated once I gave him that firearm, he gave it back to his daddy, who at the time was a lieutenant with Compton Police over the gang division. He said his daddy booked that firearm in the property, which, is really and truly far-fetched.
And Hackett says 6 months after Tupac's murder, he had another conversation with Reggie Jr. about the missing handgun. It didn't go well.
Reggie told me, hey, it ain't giving time. I have the money, I have the people, I can have you killed, it ain't giving time.
Hackett says he told his FBI handlers, and according to these transcripts obtained by Fox 11, also told LAPD detectives a decade ago that Wright had threatened, I can have you killed at any given time. Reggie Wright Jr. declined an on-camera interview, but in a written statement told us, I had nothing to do with Pac's death. He calls Hackett and former bodyguard Frank Alexander liars. But it's Hackett who was offering the truth challenge.
My 100,000 sitting here. I want Reggie to put up 100,000. I will gladly take a polygraph, and I will gladly take his money, and I'll go ahead and start a college fund for underprivileged kids in Las Vegas under Tupac's name.
In response, Wright tells Hackett, pay for it, set it up, let's do it. The polygraph challenge, he claims, is only a ruse to publicize Alexander's new Tupac documentary. A DVD Hackett says he has nothing to do with.
The only thing I want here is for Reggie to be arrested.
Hackey says a polygraph will determine who is the real liar. Meanwhile, Las Vegas detectives say they plan to meet with Hackey and hear his allegations. And Hackey hopes his statements will be enough to interest a grand jury. Chris Blatchford, Fox 11 News. Hackey says a polygraph will determine who is the real liar. Meanwhile, Las Vegas detectives say they plan to meet with Hackey and hear his allegations. And Hackey hopes his statements will be enough to interest a grand jury. Chris Blatchford, Fox 11 News. Meanwhile, Las Vegas detectives say they plan to meet with Hackey and hear his allegations. And Hackey hopes his statements will be enough to interest a grand jury. Detectives say they plan to meet with Hackey and hear his allegations. And Hackey hopes his statements will be enough to interest a grand jury. Chris Blatchford, Fox 11 News.
What I told you. What I told you. Okay.
Let me help you.
What I told y'all. Now, that's my first witness. Now, Reggie's gonna run around and say, "Oh man, me and Hackey, we cool now. We cool now." Yeah, all right. Okay. See how cool you are when this trial starts. See how cool y'all are when this trial starts. That's my first witness that's still alive. And trust me, Hackey worked with Frank. Hackey worked with Michael Moore. So Reggie could sit there and make up the lies about the dead people, but Hackey is still alive. Not only is Hackey still alive, this guy is still alive. Watch this. Here's my other witness, or the other person I expect to show up for the grand jury, right? Now, I told y'all about this a while ago, right? But let me reiterate this and bring it back. This is how much I've been telling y'all how Reggie's guilty. They ain't been announcing Reggie now, but I've been telling y'all for years. Literally years. Check this out. Here's the other person that's going to show up, that's going to prove, allegedly, that's going to prove Reggie got something to do with this. Check this out. This right here puts, now remember, Reggie said he don't know who Kevin Gaines is, right? Death Row Dave works for Reggie. Watch this. I gotta get some water, y'all. Still under fair use here.
just to make sure that everything that you tell me. Okay. Been there doing that. And I'm here at my residence. I'm Russell Poole. And I'm here with Dave. It's February 6th, 2014. It's about the noon hour. All right, Dave. Go ahead. Basically how I got started. Because I was working FEMA. There used to be a company called Code for Protective Services. Do you know about Code for Protective Services? Tom Gibby. He's a Monterey Park. Reserve. Background investigator for Bell. Gibby is close personal friends with Reggie Wright Sr. What happened was they needed some guys, they needed some ex-cops to work off duty for Snoop. I initially got in, what do you call it? Initially got into them or introduced was through Code 4, Gibby Senior, Reggie Wright Sr. to Death Row. Death Row's offices were in Jimmy Ivan's offices at Interscope Records, off the Wilshire and downtown there on next to the 405. Yeah. The first night I met them, I was to drive them to an awards ceremony. It was either, I don't remember the awards ceremony. Oh, you're like the only white guy working there? Oh my God. The only white guy that was working off duty at the time. How did they, come to trust you? Did somebody recommend you? Reggie Wright recommended me to Morris Sanders. Okay. And to, I'll say his name, I'll remember his name there in a minute. The other skinny black, Somali guy that used to work for him. Anyway, Morris, something had happened at the office, and I sorted something out that was big drama for them. And they, from the moment on, I was their. That was it, exactly. Norris goes, "You're my." So then I started doing more stuff for them. But I was working. I went from Code 4 Protective Services, and I started working for Reginald Wright Jr. Lightweight Protective Services. When I was working at Lightweight, I did more. Norris had said to Reggie one day, "Look, we'd like to hire Dave directly." And that David worked directly for us. We want him to drive Shug because Shug was living off of Wilshire at 8200 at the Copper Top building there off of Wilshire. We want to hire Dave to drive Shug around. It would be good in Beverly Hills and have the white guy as opposed to the Gavin above the knuckleheads that they had. No dramas. So we went from Interscope Records to like 90-something hundred, mid Wilshire, and then the building had gotten finished at 8200. Okay. So from that period to 8200 to a year after Shug was in prison, I worked there. What year are we talking when you first started? That's a haze, I don't know. I have all the. This is before Tupac was shot? Oh yeah, I was there. Okay, he was shot September 1996. Right, I was there when Pac was shot, so it was right between 95 and 97. Between 95 and what was the Northridge earthquake? January 94. Yeah, so between like 95, late 94.
When I started Walton Goggins Goggle Glasses, I knew I'd be its fancy name and pretty face. But I didn't know how to turn all this fancy prettiness into a classy looking logo.
I'm gonna skip to the
What happened to any of these dudes? I know after the fight, these guys were caught with Beirut. dudes jab me up. Down. On occasion, I went into the hood, but, you know, I was with them. I'm trying to think who was with me that night. We were with them on the floor at the Luxor an hour before he was shot. Shoot's house was next to Tyson's house in Vegas. So we were staying at the Luxor. Pop was staying. Shook had given Norris a brand new 735 or 740 BMW that they were shot in that night. Shook didn't have one in his inventory of cars. And he had just given him a brand new car with brand new wheels that were just custom cut for that car that didn't exist. So when Norris showed up, Shook jumps in the car. And he goes, come on, Pac. And Pac was in a car with Alexander. We were told, I don't know, 2-3 hours earlier, don't carry our guns in Vegas. Okay.
All right, now here's where he tells where, and Death Row Dave is still alive, and I'm almost positive they're gonna bring him in to also prove that Reggie told him not to carry the guns. Right? Listen what he say right now. Even though Reggie tried to lie and say that they told him, he didn't tell him that. Listen to what Death Row Dave says. Right? Shout out to Jay Mix too.
With Alexander. We were told, I don't know, 2-3 hours earlier, don't carry our guns in Vegas. Okay.
Now, Pork Butt, go ahead and lie, because Death Row Dave is still alive, brother. Go ahead and lie and say, because you can lie on Frank Alexander, you can lie on Michael Moore and say, oh, I ain't tell them not to have their guns. Death Row Dave is still alive. And he just said they was told 2 hours before not to carry their guns. Fucking liar. Your ass is busted. So one call 911.
735 or 740 BMW that they were shot in that night. Shook didn't have one in his inventory of cars. And he had just given him a brand new car with brand new wheels that were just custom cut for that car that didn't exist. So when Norris showed up, Shook jumps in the car. And he goes, come on, Pac. And Pac was in a car with Alexander. We were told, I don't know, 2-3 hours earlier, don't carry our guns in Vegas. Okay, so by the Reggie, this is coming from Reggie, right? Don't carry our guns. We never figured out why. The lawyer said don't carry our guns because they're trying to get us gun permits in Vegas. Couldn't quite figure out the details. Or it was another lawyer. It was David Kenner, but there was also another lawyer there from Vegas. The guy became mayor. I'd have to see his faces, and we'd have to dig in and go, okay, this is this and that's that. I'm just giving you the broad strokes now. Anyway, we were told not to carry our guns. So we're with Pac. Alexander.
Now, after you just heard all that weird activity that Michael Moore was breaking down to to Frank Alexander, how Reggie was acting all weird and didn't want him to switch out and him be on Pac because he knew he still had his gun. Now you got Death Row Dave, who's a white boy. He's not homeboy security. He's not a gangbanger. He's not a nigga. He's a white boy, and he's telling the same goddamn story. Reggie and this lawyer told us not to carry our guns. The shit was a hit. You thinking fucking the fight with Orlando Anderson got something to do with these niggas talking about making sure nobody got their guns? Are y'all stupid? Why the hell is Reggie and this lawyer making sure nobody got their guns? Because if they would have killed whoever shot at Pac and Suge, they would know exactly immediately who was behind it. David Kenner was in that meeting with this lawyer telling them not to carry the guns.
In Vegas. Okay, so Reggie, this is coming from Reggie, right? Don't carry our guns. We never figured out why. The lawyer said don't carry our guns because they're trying to get us gun permits in Vegas. Couldn't quite figure out the details. Or it was another lawyer. It was David Kenner, but there was also another lawyer there from Vegas. The guy became mayor. I'd have to see his faces, and we'd have to seriously dig in and go, okay, this is this and that's that. I'm just giving you the broad strokes now. Anyway, we were told not to carry our guns. So we're with Pac. Alexander takes over, and Frank, Kevin Hackey take over and take Pac. Okay, so Kevin Hackey was there that night. I'm pretty sure he was there that night. They take him. No, Hackey wasn't there that night. Or was Hackey there? Well, no, we drove out there, and I'm trying to, there's two dudes that drove with me, and I'm trying to remember who those guys were that drove with me. Because we rode out there, and I had a brand new Impala SS, and we made it out there in 2 hours and 55 minutes. Because we were going 900 miles an hour in the middle of the night. So there was somebody that rode with me, and there was a cop that rode with me. I'm not sure if it was Hackey. Not that we're being seriously, because I haven't thought about any of this crap. Anyway, the night we hand off to Frank, he takes Pac. They're getting in a line of cars, a convoy of cars to come to 662. We're all at 662 waiting for them. All security. As they're coming, Alexander's about 5 cars back.
Why?
Extent of it until we got to the hospital because we shut the club and went to the hospital. We didn't know the extent of it until we got to the hospital because we shut the club and went to the hospital. When we got to the hospital, he was walking around a box in intensive care. So then we figured out all the extent of he's the one that got the majority. Yeah. Joe was just he was probably ricocheted and got shot. And then they didn't return any fire. There were guns in the car. The cops never found the guns, but there were guns in the car. In whose car? In the 735. Because we should only used to own a car company called One Stop Shop. Didn't they have found the car? They didn't found the car, but they still never found the guns because we used to put solenoids and hiding there. Shit.
What Death Row Dave said is Suge didn't know, but he had 2 guns in the BMW. Being that they just came out there and it was a new car, Suge just got the car. He didn't know nothing about the car. But even when the cops impounded the car, they never found the guns because they had stash spots in them. And the spot one stop where they showed that Impala, right? They used to have stash spots in all their cars. And one stop was the spot where they would get them done at.
In the 735 because we should only used to own a car company called One Stop Shop. Didn't they impound the car? They impound the car, but they still never found the guns because we used to put solenoids and shit. You know what happened? No. Yeah, but not even from dope. We used to do it better than that. I mean, we used to put like you're the dope guy. Yeah, there was two Glocks in the car, and they never got a chance to return fire. All the cars were built like that. That's what One Stop used to do. Is they used to make compartments or pull the airbags out and have a solenoid with that. You push a series of buttons and fucking. They impounded it, they inspected it, and released it. Yeah. I never found any guns, and the guns were never fired. So anyway, Pac dies. When Pac dies, a fucking war breaks off in fucking Compton. And last I heard there was, 13, 14 dudes, related. And I got a list of all, the dudes that got killed. At some point, Huron gets killed. I don't remember when Huron was killed, but but it was something. A lot of people been killed. Well, but Huron was killed for something to do of knowing something or not jiving with Suge. Yeah, I mean, I knew him. I used to go to his house. I know what he knew. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Otherwise, I wouldn't be writing the book. Okay. Yeah. Something Huron knew. It got him smoked. Yeah. Okay. And I was pissed about that because Huron was a good guy. I mean, while he was a con, he was trying to make a better life.
Now check this out. This is where it get even more interesting, right? Watch this. Now he said that lawyer, they don't know who he was, and he was strange. All he kept wanting to make sure is Michael Moore ain't have no gun. And then he asked Michael Moore, "You still got your gun?" He like, "Hell yeah." He like, "Michael, you can't have your gun," right? So then what they did is they switched off Frank and Michael Moore on Tupac. They put Frank on Tupac because they knew Michael Moore had his gun. And they convinced Frank not to have his gun. And then listen what he say here.
And I'm sitting here and I'm going, okay, we got some problems. But I didn't say that. But then, when Reggie made a big deal about me and you doing the switch, I knew something was wrong. And because remember I told you, I said, that sure was weird. Ask Tim Williams. I told Tim something was going to happen. They all laughed at me. I said, Tim, something's going to happen. This was after we left the meeting? No, it was after I left you and Pac. Because I went back to my room, remember? Remember when I told you that me and Tim stopped in front of the MGM Grand? Why would I have done that, Frank? Why would I have stopped Tim's truck? I stopped and I said, Tim, I should get out. And Tim goes, man, you know they ain't going to trip on you. I said, Tim, I should get out. Me and Tim were arguing in front of the MGM Grand while the fight was going on. The reason we were arguing is because I kept saying I should get out. You see what I'm saying? And then he was saying, well, get out. All you're going to do is get out, pissed off if I show up late without you. You know what Al said? He said, get to the hotel whenever you get this. We weren't late yet, Frank. We were supposed to be there at 8 o'clock. At 7:30, they were calling my room looking for me. They were looking for me. Wow. You see what I'm
was an hour before the fight. An hour. They was like, "Where's Michael Moore? Where's Michael Moore? Where's Michael Moore?" But there's a reason, and you know what reason they were looking for me, Frank? Guess who would have had a gun? You. Me. And they knew it. So, you know, I'm not going to answer that question if it's a setup, but you know, I'm looking at the whole picture. The whole picture is definitely on the weird side. It's weird. It is weird. Tupac was depressed. He didn't want to be there. He told me in Vegas that he didn't want to, in New York that he didn't want to come. Well, he told Kevin that, and he told me that while we were there too, when we were sitting around waiting. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Yeah. So, you know, you're asking me, I'm telling you, some things happened that never happened before. That thing was so persistent, and it was only a meeting about carrying your weapon. I can't even remember, Frank, if he said anything else. We're working on you guys getting cards. Don't carry your weapon. Working on you guys, get your cards. Whatever you do, they're going to be cracking down. They're going to be checking everything. They're going to be coming in there doing this. Everything was negative to scare you. Then we get a card from this guy who's this is supposed to be his office we're in. Now, here's another thing. Did you notice the pictures? They weren't him, Frank. They weren't him. And you know what I'm thinking? I don't think that guy was weird.
And this dude got an office full of pictures, and none of the pictures is him. This whole shit was a setup, bro. This shit was a setup, and Reggie was involved, allegedly.
Do you want to see how much money you're eligible for if you were in a car crash within the last 2 years?
This is his people. He called a meeting with them.
I'm telling you. Something was definitely wrong. That office wasn't his. And then he said something about it. Remember? He said, sometimes we work in each other's office or something to that. Remember? Why would he say that? So why don't I answer questions? You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you, Frank, something is not right. I'm telling you. It just didn't add up. It didn't add up. Reggie was so weird. I'm going to tell you another thing. Let's look at Reggie's thing. Why would Reggie, he's never, ever went to that club and started to, why was Reggie and Larry there? Why was Reggie and Ripman out there? He turned it over to Al every time. He turned it over to you. He turned it over to Marcus the time before that. He was never there. And he was never there. Why was he so insistent on being there? And
Here's another one for y'all. Reggie never goes to Club 662. He's never there. The night of the Tupac shit, he want to be at the club. Michael Moore is like, yo, Reggie, what are you doing here? You never be here. Like, and he's always being Suge's shadow, except for this night when Tupac get killed. Right? Listen.
Reggie's thing. Why would Reggie, he's never, ever went to that club and started to, why was Reggie and Larry there? Why was Reggie and Ripman out there? He turned it over to Al every time. He turned it over to you. He turned it over to Marcus the time before that. He was never there. And he was never there. Why was he so insistent on being there? And I asked him, when I first got to the club, I said, Reggie, why are you here? Aren't you going to shoot? No, I got to take care of some things at the club. And guess what? What did he do different? Nothing. Nothing at all. He did nothing. He just was there.
You heard him? Reggie, what are you doing here? Why you not with Suge? Oh, I got to be over here tonight. I got to be here. But he did nothing different from what he normally do. So, like, why the fuck was you there? Because he knew not to be around Suge and them. because he knew what the fuck was going get ready to happen. Allegedly.
Went to that club and started to. Why was Reggie and Larry there? Why was Reggie and Al there? Well, he turns it over to Al every time. He turns it over to you. Well, he turns it over to Marcus the time before that. He was never there. And he was never there. Why was he so insistent on being there? And I asked him. When I first got to the club, I said, Reggie, why are you here? Aren't you going to shoot? No, I got to take care of some things at the club. And guess what? What did he do different? Nothing. Nothing at all. He did nothing. He just was there. He was just there. So I'm telling you, shit didn't add up. It didn't add up for me. I'm not convinced. By any means am I convinced. You know, the shit looks a little crazy. You know, when you look at the whole picture, why they were so insistent? Why are we in an office? This guy's name's not even on the door. This guy's giving us a card saying he's this, but we're in an office where we shouldn't even been. We've never did that. We showed up to this guy, and we had no idea what we were doing there. And he didn't even make sense when we got there. Reggie can normally tell us that. Reggie normally tells us, hey, you know, they're going to be sweating. You know, don't come in when you first come in, but then when everything heat goes down, get your shit. Reggie told us that. We had a point to have someone else be there to do it. You see what I'm saying? You don't think something's a little strange about that? See, to me, the questions aren't answered. They're not answered. Reggie never goes to that club.
At Mint Mobile, we're always looking for innovative ways to save you money, so you can keep paying $15 a month for premium.
So as you can see, there's inconsistencies in Reggie's behavior that night. He's never at the club, but the night that Pac got killed, he wanted to be at the club. He's always around Suge, shadowing Suge, under Suge ass. The night Tupac get killed, he's at the club. He got 23, 24 officers on duty, off-duty officers working for him. And none of them are with the entourage that's with Suge and them. They all at the club. Does this make sense to anybody? Yeah, if you're looking at the finger being pointed at him, it makes a lot of sense. If not, it makes no sense. So think about it. You got Michael Moore and Frank. They passed away, but there's enough audio evidence for them to prove that he told them to get rid of the guns. We still got Death Row Dave alive, and we got Kevin Hackey alive. And I'm willing to bet you both of those people, Kevin Hackey and Death Row Dave, are going to be working with the Las Vegas Metro Police Department. And they're going to show them how Reggie was involved. Watch what I tell you. And that is just the beginning. Trust me, that is the beginning. Reggie think, oh, Kevin Hackey, me and Kevin Hackey's friends, this, that, and other. That don't go against nothing that you just saw Kevin Hackey say in that video. Shout out RJ Bond. Nothing you saw in that news clip, Kevin Hackey ever backtracked from. And Reggie never took that bet for that 100,000 either. But watch. I guarantee you, if it ain't both of them, it's definitely going to be Kevin Hackey. Watch what I tell you. But we're going to get into that a little more in a few days. Choke No Joke. Y'all have a good night. I will holler back. I got some work to do. Peace.
No joke out here in DR. My man Delvin. See him?
Yeah. In Dominican Republic.
All right?
Yeah.
We here.
Yeah. Joke, no joke. Primo, you ain't want to give me no beat, so I'm stealing one. Take it personal. You know you my guy, Primo, love you. You gonna give me a beat after this one. I never thought that you would cry me, go against me, and backstab me. Third eye is strong, word is bond. Put you on the fakes, and now you won. I gave you support, and you play me. For those who play with butt, yeah, I'm talking Breakfast Club, Revolt, whatever. All I know is birds of a feather. Hang with those that they hate. Once the realness, now you fake, and I see through you. What you gonna do when they book you and your Duke shoot? I know you think I'm expose you. This ain't no threat, take it personal. Choke, no joke. 2023, it's on me. You hear me? 2023 is on me. Oh yeah. My man had to come through and make sure it went through. Y'all niggas is in trouble. Choke, no joke. I ain't no joke, the mixtape. We here now. You already know. Let's go. Choke chillin', got away from the building. Ain't shit really changed though, I'm still that villain. I'm making money with rhyme, fuck black on black crime. Beef and money don't mix, like Muslims and swine. I'm talking milk, penicillin, y'all be illin'. Y'all be thinking y'all killers, with y'all school face grillin'. Kick that bullshit to me, y'all be wet though like Bruce Lee. And Brandon and Hearst on the highway to heaven. Man, you making mad threats and stuck in one section. I'm OBP like Naughty, making connections. Talking under your breath, get you something you don't need. 2 fully loaded Max, filled up with heat. Nigga, you sweeter than 30 days for a body. Pop shit to these niggas, see me walk by me. But I ain't looking for no beef, I don't eat bologna. But I bring a whole cow if you run up on me. Shiesty, try me and hype me to peel your wig back like 10 cent icy. Bring it, stop bluffing, I got your threats, they mean nothing. I respond like Bond, I come through, I'm bombing. Playing bodegas, flipping Montega. You tan in the Jacks, I tan in Jamaica. Faker, wouldn't bust if he raped ya. Your chick out blazed her, hit it like Jada. While you blew up a pager, had to breathe like Vader. Your star at war, with the lightsaber. I'm here to lyrically tear your rear, nigga, you a spear. I jack you up, now you out of here. Throw me on the 600. Now fucking nigga hum it. Blowing down 8th Ave with a bad bitch blunted. I take it there. Y'all niggas don't want it. Y'all niggas don't want it. Y'all niggas don't want it with no joke. Who you thought it be? Represent the NYC. Bring it on if you niggas want some of me. Have y'all niggas feeling it like Jay-Z. No joke, who you thought it be? Represent the NYC. Bring it on if you niggas want some of me. Bronx King like the LORD-FINE-SC. And that bullshit y'all do, y'all niggas don't stress me. Oh yeah, and you already know, Eden War what it is. Choke, no joke, I ain't no joke. The mixtape, we here.